Hey guys, I'm Steve, and welcome to the channel where we talk about the joys of stock market investing and long-term dividend gain. If you're new to the channel, I suggest you subscribe. Trust me, you won't regret it. And if you're a current subscriber, welcome back. Guys, I'm going to talk a little bit today about when is the right time to buy into the market in these times of uncertainty. Now, you'll get a lot of people telling you, oh, well, I want to wait a little bit until the stocks go down more. Or, oh, stocks are still overvalued. Or, well, you want to get the best value for the stock, so I suggest you buy at the bottom. Or they say, oh, you buy on the dip. Okay, well, if you're buying on the dip, every day is the dip if the market's going down and your stocks are lowering every day. When is the right time to buy in? How will you know? What if you're a new investor and you want to start an account and you don't know, you're hearing a bunch of stuff from a bunch of people you don't know. When is the right time to start your account? And the answer is now. Now, if you're a short-term investor, meaning somebody that wants to hold on to a stock for a short time, then it might not be a right time for you because you want to time the prices of the stocks and then sell them at a certain time where you get the buy here, the buy low, sell high strategy. Now, but if you are a long-term investor and you're into investing in stocks that have dividends for the most part, like myself, it's an excellent time to buy. The market being red is not a bad thing. Nobody's losing money unless they're selling. So don't let nobody tell you about your excitement that the market is dropping or we're having a quote-unquote crash. Because this right here is what a lot of wealthy people wait for, don't speak about. They keep their mouth closed about the plans that they have and the stocks that they buy, even from their confidants and friends. Because there's always a race to the top once the bull market starts. Now, there are a lot of good stocks out here. Don't let nobody tell you different. Nike got an inventory problem, and Nike's like at $94. It was at $94 last time I checked. That stock stays over $100, mostly all the time. And we still got the Christmas rush where Nike always does well. Right? Now, they having inventory problems. And a lot of people will sit up there and say, hey, they're having inventory problems. I heard they're having inventory problems. And I don't know, that's the reason why I don't want to buy the stock. If you don't know nothing about retail or anything like that, or wholesale, like, 40% of Nike's business is wholesale. I mean, you want to buy the stock or you don't. You're looking too far into it. Other stocks out here. Procter & Gamble's down. That's a household stock. Never go out of business. Always here. You got Johnson & Johnson. All these definite big type companies. Most of the companies in the S&P 500, if you go and look at the portfolio, the S&P 500, some of them are down like double digits year to date. So when is the time to buy the stock? I mean, a lot of people are saying a bunch of stuff. It sounds good, but everybody's journey is not yours. How far does the stock have to go underwater before you realize it's time to jump in on it? And that's what I look at. Like, I make these videos and I document my journey of my personal financial independence and my early retirement, because it's what I believe. What I've started, I've been doing this 7 years. What works for me, I'm sharing. Now, are you take my advice? No, because there are many different answers to the test. And for the most part, depending on the way you answer the test, it'll be right for you. Meaning there are a bunch of stocks out here that have value to someone or something, while there are other people telling you they're overvalued. Don't fall for the BS. what you should be doing right now, or what I would be doing, but what I'm doing, I don't want to say what I should be doing. A lot of stocks I have on my watch list, on my radar. A lot of stocks I've always wanted to own. They're good companies, blue chip companies. I have them in the watch list. Say like McDonald's. If McDonald's gets down to like $214, $220, I'll grab some up. Now, with what they're predicting, this recession and the economy is going to be crazy and unpredictable for the next 2 to 3 years, it's a good chance. Now, while that's there, I'm not sitting there waiting for it to fall. What I'm doing is, other stocks I have on my watch list, or some of the stocks that I have in my portfolio, you know, that I brought in at a certain number, I'm watching those to see if they fall under the number that I brought in for, and then I'll buy some more of them. That's why it's good to have cash on hand. Now, today's Friday. You know, there's somebody out there starting their portfolio. Hopefully they'll see this video. Pick the stocks you want to pick. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Because, especially if you're doing this for the long run. You know, like you have short-term, long-term investors. For a long-term investor, this right here is a paradise. You know, no matter what they tell you, if it's overvalued or undervalued, buy you a stock. Buy you a couple of stocks. You know, put a stake in it at a certain amount. Say the stock is 150. You bought the stock at 150. Now the stock goes down to 145, 135. Right? Now, if you bought the stock at 150 and it went down 135, market-wise, you're down what? $15. But if you buy it again at 135, now you're only down $7.50. You see how I go? That's what you do. And that's where dollar cost averaging comes in. You hear a lot of people say dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging, where you're putting money in the market every month, whether it's just in your account as cash to buy, or you're buying into your favorite stocks. Guys, don't take this lightly. This is the perfect opportunity if you're trying to save up and have a nest egg for retirement or anything like that. This is the time to go buy. I'm sitting here right now. Alphabet down $10. 10%. Apple 10%. Microsoft 9%. Amazon 9%. Google is under $100, people. Google, #1 search engine in the world. And there are other companies that out there that are like that. And you have people tell you on television, oh, Google's overvalued. It's too early to buy. Stocks are dropping every day. When is it going to be time to buy? You think they're going to tell you on TV if you're sticking every word? People are buying stock like crazy right now, and they're keeping their mouth closed. Everybody has a strategy. You should have a strategy. You should have a plan. You know, jump into the fray, throw you some punches. Because right now, you're going to wish you was in the battle when the thing turns over. And when it turns over and the market goes green and we start to uptick on a constant level, this thing bottoms out, which nobody knows. Nobody knows when it bottoms out. So those are one of the things that you want to listen, you know, to yourself as far as bringing in stock and buying stock for you. That's all you should be worrying about. Okay, I'm bringing in ammo. I'm adding to my positions. So when this thing does take off, I'm sitting on a nice island and I rise with the others. This is how millionaires are made. When they talk about the wealth transfer, they're talking about this. Slow, quiet moves in the market. As it's down, you don't have to tell nobody anything. Build your positions, guys. When this thing turns around, you'll feel real good about it. And you'll say, man, you know what? I'm glad I did that. And it's only the beginning. Stuff like this happens every few years. Now, not to this degree, but it's good training for a new investor. You're just coming into the market. It's a firestorm right now. It's a tornado. And you don't know what else to do. You work what works with you. Come in, get your stocks, learn about the market while everything is falling. The more you know, the faster you'll grow. And when this thing goes green, you'll be right along with everybody else, celebrating. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. And you know, don't be scared to take action. Don't be scared. You know, because you don't lose money until you sell the stock. Now the stock can go up, it can go down, it can do whatever it wants to do. But until you hit that red button, that sell button, then whatever those losses are, you'll take. Then another thing, what's red now will be green tomorrow, in the future. So a lot of talking heads, you gotta avoid the talk. You can hear it, but don't listen. And like I said, they're saying this is going to be one of the biggest wealth transfers in the last 40 years. Some of these stocks, man, I'm looking at them, and they're at prices I've never seen them at. So I'm like, I would be crazy to say, oh, well, that's going to happen again. You know, and then when it happens again, I would procrastinate, you know, and then, oh, I'll buy it then. No, when you're dealing with your buying a company, it's not just a ticker symbol. It's a company you're buying into. You have real ownership. This is your life, your future. Do what works for you. Have your stock list. Stick to your strategy. Keep moving forward. And you guys be all right. You know, but I just want to chime in a little bit. If you got something out of the conversation we just had, the video, please subscribe. You won't regret it. I try to give you something to think about in all of my videos. I'll see you in the next video as usual. And keep subscribing, like, comment, share the video so others can hear it. And as usual, you guys have a nice weekend. Thanks for listening to me. Take care.